Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I am doing my new makeup roundup review. I'm gonna chat about all of the new things that I tried out in the month of May. I've been doing this series for a while, just in case you're new here, and as usual, I'm in no way trying to be braggy on anything that I've bought or got sent in PR. This is just a way for me to be very transparent on what I have tried out and gotten sent and give you my thoughts on everything. Before we hop into this roundup of makeup products, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my Instagram and TikTok, and it should be on YouTube Shorts already. If not, it'll be up soon. As far as my accessories today go, I just have this necklace. It's from the brand Shop Sun & Co. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and chat about all of the things that I tried in the month of May. First things first, I did make an online Sephora sale order where I picked up the Haus Labs Gel Powder Highlight in the shade Rose Quartz. I've used this one quite a bit over the last month. I mostly use this one personally as more of like a blush highlight hybrid. It's a little too dark for me to use as a straight up highlight, which I did assume that would probably be the case, but it does make a really pretty kind of glowy blush situation. I do really like this formula. I feel like gel powder doesn't really make sense to me. This does not have any kind of like jelly putty texture to it. Very much just feels like a smooth powder, but I do like this formula. I think it has a really nice glow to it and it's just so smooth on the skin. Next up, Freck sent me a package with their Face Hack Precision Sculpting Bronzer. This one's in the shade Fair. I used this a couple times, but honestly, it's just so subtle. It's very sheer. It just barely shows up. And like, I'm already really pale, so for this to like barely show up on me, maybe darker shades would be better. I can't really say whether or not the darker shades work better. And it's not like this looked bad. It blended fine. It just was very sheer, a little too subtle for my preferences. Next, Wicked Widow Beauty came out with a new palette. This is the Tea Time palette, kind of a take on like an Alice in Wonderland themed palette. And I think this one is so cute. I love this little 8-pan palette. I think this color story is so fun. I do think this would have benefited from a darker matte. I think either like a really dark purple or a dark blue would have tied this palette together a little bit more for me personally, but that's just because I don't like the darkest shade in a palette to be a shimmer typically, so that's my only reason. But overall, I've really enjoyed this one. I did a look on my YouTube channel in a Get Ready With Me, and I also played with this on like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that good stuff. So yeah, I really enjoyed playing with this. I think the formulas are really nice, and I've enjoyed it. By the way, I'll have everything I talked about today, as well as any discount codes if I have any down below for you. Next up, Oden's Eye came out with their newest collection, which was 2 eyeshadow palettes and all of the jewelry. I'll be honest, I don't really feel like discussing all the jewelry again, so if you're curious about the jewelry in the collection, go check out my video with this collection. It's a 2 looks video where I do 1 look with each palette, so you can go check that out for more details. We're gonna talk about the palettes specifically today. I love these. Not only did I play with them on my YouTube channel, I did film a look with one of the palettes today for Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, but I also brought these on vacation with me. I was gone for almost 2 weeks and I brought these with me and I loved having them around. I've played with these so many times. I think they're beautiful. Obviously, I love Oden's Eye. They make some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes ever, but I was super excited about these. The first one is the Jewels and Gem palette, which is what I used for this look today. It's just so pretty, kind of like sultry, cutesy, romantic vibes. You can do things that are a little more light and airy or very, very dark and smoky. I think it's so, so pretty. I love the way these colors play together, and the shimmers are so gorgeous in these palettes. And we have the Stone and Rock. This is my favorite of the 2. It's just mouth-watering. It is so, so pretty. A grungy, swampy dream. I love all these different greens and blues and grungy tones. It gets so deep and so just, it is Swamp Queen energy, and I live for it. I'm super excited about those palettes. They make me very happy. Next up, Bella Beauty Bar sent me a little package. First is their Shimmer Stay, like shimmer glitter primer situation. I always use some kind of glitter glue whenever I apply my shimmers, just so they pop even more and stay put really nicely. And I've really enjoyed this one. This one is on more of like a wand rather than a squeezy tube, and I just kind of dab it on and blend it out. And it seems to work really well. It's a really thin formula. It's not like thick and cakey and hard to work with. And I feel like my eyeshadows perform nicely on top of it, and I haven't had issues with it like creasing or anything, so I've been enjoying this one. They also sent the Smoky Glam palette, which is so awkward to show on camera because it's so reflective. It is a beast. It is a large and in charge 36-pan palette. I did do a 2 looks video on my channel, and I did another look on, you know, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that good stuff. And even though it's a lot bigger than I typically go for, I think it's done really well. Do I feel like it could have been condensed down a little bit? Probably, but I do feel like you have a really good variety of undertones in here. The shimmers are so, so gorgeous, and I've really enjoyed every look I've created with it. I don't play with neutrals too often, but if I'm going to, this is my kind of a neutral palette because it's like cool toned, swampy, grungy. There's pops of color in here. It's a really well done kind of smoky glam palette, as the name would suggest. Moving on, Unearthly Cosmetics sent me their new Don't Be Jelly palette. I guess this is just kind of like a redo of the idea of the Don't Be Jelly palette, because they came out with a Don't Be Jelly palette already, which was a 9-pan all shimmer palette. This one's like a totally different vibe. It's just a standard like mattes, shimmers, shifty shadows, multi-chromes, like a mixture of textures kind of thing. Honestly, I don't quite understand why the brand went with the Don't Be Jelly name again when there was already a Don't Be Jelly palette. I feel like they should have just gone with a different name entirely, but that's just me personally. Obviously, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I've enjoyed using this one. I think it's quite lovely. I played with this on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts right before I went on vacation. I really enjoy most of what Unearthly Cosmetics comes out with, and this one's no exception. I think the mattes are so pigmented and so easy to blend, and these shimmers are just so gorgeous. The shimmers are definitely like the star of the show in this palette for me. I do feel like it's kind of a weird color story, but that's kind of what I like about it. It's like a little unconventional. I feel like you have to use your creative brain a little bit more, but you could also do pretty easy monochromatic looks with this because there's kind of a matching shimmer for each matte as well. Overall, I think this one's pretty fun. Next up, Milk Makeup sent me a package with their new Rise Waterproof Mascara. I have definitely become a mascara kind of girl over the last like 2 to 3 months. I've been just enjoying using just my natural lashes more than false lashes lately, and the thing that kind of made me embrace it more was waterproof mascara. Who would have thought that that actually holds your curl more than a regular mascara does? If you have straight, stubborn lashes like I do, waterproof's the only way to go, honestly. And my favorite one has been this CoverGirl Lash Blast. I feel like it gives me good curl, good volume, good length. It's really black. I love this mascara, but I do like this one as well. I'm wearing it today, and while it doesn't necessarily make my lashes super full and fluffy, I do feel like it makes them look a little long, and I don't have the longest lashes naturally anyways, but I do feel like it gives them nice separation, nice length, and overall I've enjoyed using this one. Next up, another package from Unearthly is the collab with Heather Austin. I'm so excited about this. I adore Heather. I got the pleasure of meeting her at Disney like a month and a half ago, and she actually told me about her collab when we met, and I was so excited for her, and then to have it in my hands, oh, I was so pumped. I played with this whole collection over on my channel already. First is the Resurgence Highlight Duo. It is so pretty. We have the shades Renewal and Rebirth, more of like a blushy topper for my skin tone or a highlighter on deeper skin tones, and then Rebirth, which is a highlighter, of course. That's actually the highlighter I'm wearing on my face today, and it's just so pretty. I love that kind of warm, pinky, shifty magic. It's just so good. I love the sparkle, but it's also smooth. It's a really pretty highlight duo. There was also a gloss in the collection. This is the shade Omen. I love this gloss. I took it on my trip with me. I've worn this gloss so many times. It's just sheer, sparkly, slippy, glidey, so comfy. I love this gloss. And last, we have the actual Resurgence palette. I think this is so fun. I had a blast playing with this. I'm looking forward to playing with it again. I love the colors in here. I think they're so rich. The mattes are so easy to blend. The shimmers are show-stopping. They're so wet looking on the eyes, especially this Transformation and Creation shades. I love those two shimmers so much. I love that there's a mixture of really bright pops of color with really moody tones as well. I think it's, again, kind of a weird, unconventional color story, and that's what I love about it. I love kind of a weird color story. This one makes my creative juices flow. I love being able to combine the brights with the grunge. It's just overall such a fun palette, such a fun collection. I'm so happy for both the brand and Heather. Such a cool collaboration. Next up, the Nomad Cosmetics Okavango Safari palette came out. I was so excited to have this when I got home from my trip. It is so fun. It's kind of like a grungy neutral kind of vibe. We have a mixture of warm tones, greenish tones, and then cool tones on the bottom. I have played with this already on my YouTube channel, but I plan on doing another look soon, so just stay tuned. It'll be on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that good stuff. It is so pretty. I played with mostly the green so far, so I still have more to play with. But from what I've tried from Nomad in the past, this one hasn't seemed to be any different for me. The mattes blend so buttery and so easy, so beginner friendly in my opinion, because you can't really overdo it or get patchiness. I feel like they just blend into butter so easy. And the shimmers are all super gorgeous as well. I've had some people ask me, because apparently some other people have said that they have like hard pan in their shadows. I haven't noticed that personally. Like I just dipped all my fingers in and everything feels super smooth and normal to me. So, I mean, I'll report back if I notice any of my shimmers feeling like they're pressed too hard or getting hard pan, but so far mine seem very normal. So I don't know if there was just like a batch issue or something. I don't know what's going on with that, but so far mine seems like the Nomad quality that I know and love. Next up, Rare Beauty sent me a big package of a bunch of their liquid blushes. I already owned some of them, so I just plucked out the ones that I didn't already own, and those are the ones I'm keeping and swatching and sharing with you today. I kept 8 of them, as a matter of fact. The shades are Believe, Faith, Grace, Grateful, Happy, Lucky, Virtue, and Worthy. Faith and Grace are the only 2 that are the matte finish. All of the other ones that I mentioned are more of that dewy finish, which I absolutely love. Believe is actually the one I'm wearing today. I use just a small amount kind of in the upper parts of my cheekbones. I'm so unbelievably excited about Lucky and Grateful, this bright pink and red. Like, I think these are gonna be my summer colors. I can feel it now. I think I said Worthy earlier when I was saying them out loud, but it's Worth and Virtue. These are 2 new shades. They're like limited edition shades, so I don't know how much longer these will be around, but they're very, very pretty. I wore Worth in a Get Ready With Me with that Nomad palette recently, and I absolutely loved the effect of it. Overall, I'm just excited to add more of these to my collection because I absolutely adore this formula, and I'm really happy that most of them were the dewy one because I do prefer that one over the matte. The matte one's good as well, but I'm a dewy kind of girl. Pixie sent me the On The Glow bronzer stick. Mine is in the shade Warm Glow. It's pretty. I like the tone of this. I like the glow that it leaves, but unfortunately, similar to that Freck bronzer I mentioned earlier, I feel like this one's just so subtle. I do feel like I can build this one up a bit more than the Freck one and have a little more impact, and this one also has a really pretty glow that the Freck one doesn't have, so points in favor for this one for sure, but overall, it just isn't my favorite cream bronzer stick. I have other ones that I reach for more. The Rare Beauty ones are absolutely fantastic. This one I feel like I just really have to pile it on to get any kind of impact out of it. Like, I'm wearing it today. It's probably hard to even isolate it because I also have like blush and highlighter and stuff like that, but it doesn't look bad. It's just, I wanted a little bit more out of this, and I'm kind of sad about it because I really like the On The Glow blush sticks. I feel like the glowy situation is just so pretty, but just a little too subtle for me. Next up, Cleona sent me their Deep Sea Treasures collection. First being the mini nail polish trio. These are such cute shades. I have not had the chance to wear them yet. I have never worn a Cleona nail polish before, so I will have to report back. I'll try to make a note to mention it at some point if I'm wearing it in an upcoming video or a vlog or something, or maybe on my Instagram stories. I do plan on wearing one of these soon. I think I'm gonna do my nails in the next day or 2 anyway, so I probably will pop one of these on, but they're so pretty and I'm really looking forward to putting these on my nails. I'm really attracted to this like hot orangey reddish shade, but they're all so pretty. And then we have the Deep Sea Treasures palette. This is so pretty. This is one of those palettes that I don't know if I would have bought for myself, but I'm really happy it was given to me because I'm just really happy to have it. All 8 of these beautiful multi-chrome shifty shadows. They are so good. If you're a multi-chrome lover, this is probably right up your alley. I played with this recently in my Get Ready With Me reading wrap up, I think the video before this video, and I do plan on playing with this one some more. I want to incorporate it with other things and just play with it off and on like YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that, so just stay tuned. I'm really into it. This Saltwater Pearl shade is like my favorite thing. This like sea foamy icy situation. Oh, it's so good. I'm really excited about this in general. I think it's gonna be a really fun companion to keep around. Next up, Lawless sent me a little package with their little watermelon collection. First being a Forget the Filler overnight mask. I love these. I have like 4 of them and I love them so much. All of this stuff smells like watermelon candy and I just live for it. I wear these masks all the time. I wear it every single night, and I feel like when I wake up, my lips are just so smooth and plump feeling, and it gives me a little tingle, which I love that feeling of like as I'm going to bed. But I wear this during the day too. I usually put one on first thing in the morning. I'll wear it throughout the day if I don't have anything else going on my lips. So I love these and I'm happy to have more. They also sent me the Juicy Watermelon Lip Balm. It's super cute, very sheer. Like, this isn't gonna give you like crazy pigmented impact, but it's gonna give you a little wash of color, and I don't reach for this kind of thing all the time, but every so often I do want kind of a nothing lip, and I feel like this will be really cute for that, especially for summer. I could see myself like throwing this in a bag if I'm like at the theme parks or something. And the Juicy Watermelon Plumping Gloss. This is like my favorite gloss formula of all time, so I'm always happy to add a new shade to my collection, and this one is just so cute. I'm just really attracted to this like strawberry bright pink right now. I think that's gonna be like one of my statement colors over the summer. It's just so fun and so juicy, and I'm really happy to have this pink in one of my favorite gloss formulas. And they sent me the Watermelon Blush. I don't think I've ever tried a blush from Lawless before. I used this in my Get Ready With Me reading wrap-up video, and while I think it's cute, it didn't blow me away. Like, I don't really have anything negative to say, but I just feel like I have so many blushes in my collection that something kind of really has to stand out for me to like think about it more. And this one was very just kind of, it was fine. It wasn't horrible, but I don't know how much I'll reach for it just because I have other formulas I like more. Maybe I just wanted like either more pigment or more glow or something of that nature. It was just a little basic for me, which I was surprised because it is quite bright in the pan, but I feel like, I don't know, I expected just a little bit more out of this one. Milk Makeup sent me some brow products. First being this one, that's very weird. Don't know how I feel about this yet. Honestly, still forming my thoughts and opinions. But it's the Kush Brow Shadow Stick. You take off the lid and it's this like fat, flat, waxy pomade-y type thing. You kind of run it in your brows to fill them in, and it gives you kind of a powdery effect whenever you spoolie it through. I have it in my brows today, and I do feel like my brows look fine, but it's very weird. I'm used to using more of like a felt tip brow pen to fill in gaps and just kind of like draw little hair strokes, so this is a very different vibe for me. I don't think I hate it. I just don't know if I love it. I need to play around with this one some more, but I mean, so far so good. I don't think my brows look bad, so there's that. They also sent me the Kush Brow Lamination Gel. It's like clear brow gel. I've used their basic clear brow gel in the past, but this is a new one from them. This is supposed to give you more of that laminated brow effect. And while I will say I feel like this has stronger hold than their original clear brow gel, this is still no like super glue brow gel. Like the brow glue from NYX or the Thick It Stick It brow gel, like those are like super glue for my brows, or even like soap brow. Like this is not that. This is still like a very like lightweight, fluffy kind of brow gel. Like it's not gonna give you like that crazy, I don't know, impact. I don't hate it though. I just don't think this is gonna be like my new go-to brow gel. And last but not least, Salem Cosmetics sent me a little package of their lip pencils and lip glosses. They had lip pencils before. I know one of these shades used to exist. I don't know if all of these shades existed before, but I think this is a like re-release of them, new formulation kind of thing. We have the shades BB, Cat Bus, Hannibal, and Vampire, just various shades of pinky and neutral, ranging from super light to really dark. I actually really like Salem Cosmetics lip pencils. I liked them before when they'd released them in the past, so I'm happy to have like this version. I think this is a newer formula. It felt even creamier today when I used it. I used the shade Hannibal just to kind of like line and slightly fill in my lips. It's kind of like a slightly darker than my lips but better. Cat Bus I've always said is my lips but better when I used it in the past. So yeah, new lip pencils. And we have new glosses. I've tried many a Salem Cosmetics gloss since they first reached out to me and started sending me things from their new brand. And I was never a big fan. I always felt like they were just very nothing. Like they didn't have a lot of shine or pigment or sparkle. It was kind of just like putting nothing on my lips. So far, these seem much better. I'm wearing one of them today. I'm wearing the shade Bunny on top of my lip liner situation. And I feel like I have really good shine. These are really comfortable. I don't feel like the sparkle is as prominent as I would have hoped based on how it looks in the tube, but I do think I have a decent amount of sparkle, and the shine is really pretty, and I've had this on for a little while now and it's still pretty shiny, and it's also really comfy. It's not sticky in the slightest. It's very smooth, very like conditioning feeling, so I really like the texture of them. I'll have to play around with these some more to form my like full thoughts. Like I don't know if I will reach for all 4 of these shades constantly, but time will tell. The shades are Bunny, Celeste, Luna, and Salem. I do think these are really cute colors. Overall, these are all gonna be fairly sheer on the lips, so I don't know if you would need all 4 shades. Like they do have different undertones and different kinds of sparkle, but overall, like a sheer gloss is a sheer gloss. You only need so many as somebody who loves sheer gloss. But so far, these seem like a much better gloss formula than what they've done in the past, so I'm really happy to see that from them. These are all of the things that I tried out in the month of May. I would love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried any of these out? Are you interested in any? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. If you made it to the end of this video, you know, leave some star emojis. Let's go based on my necklace today. Leave some stars down below. My cat is here now for this outro. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days here as well. And feel free to join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You get a little bat badge by your name. You get little spooky emojis to use in the comments, and you'll get a members only get ready with me once a month. And since it's a new month, there'll be a new video sometime this month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. If you made it to the end of Kanade, ma'am, you got stuff to say? Oh my gosh, do you hear her? She is sassing. Oh my gosh. Oh, there she is. Hello. You gotta pay the cat tax and show your face. You're purring so loud right now. You just love causing destruction.